Hey, hi there. Today we're going to talk about a recent divorce case delivered by a local court in Beijing, China. It involved a controversial issue uh, regarding compensation to housewives. It is controversial because it is the first case ever reported where uh, the court support a claim by the housewife regarding the compensation for her work at home. Mm, it is it has sparked a lot of debate on the internet. A lot of people focus on uh, why the court has decided uh, to award such a little compensation for the wife. It involved uh, amount of 50,000 RMB for the housewife who has worked at home for over 5 years. So let's look at the detail of the case. I have prepared a PPT depicting the major facts and the court decision. So let's turn to the PPT and let's talk about the case. Okay, let's look at the PPT I prepared about the case. So the title I used here, how much should I pay to my Chinese housewife in divorce? Okay, okay, the case summary of the Beijing court case. The basic facts are the couple that got married in 2015. They had one child, and the wife took care of the kid and done uh, most of the housework, as probably including taking care of the elderly parents of the husband. Their relationship deteriorated uh, in 20 starting 2018, and they separated uh, from each other, living different places, and the kid was always with the mom. Well, the husband first sued for divorce in 2020, and back then the court denied the husband's attempt to divorce. It's very common in China. The first attempt to divorce, if the other party is not uh, uh, willing, does not agree, so generally the first attempt will always, most of the cases, will be denied. Okay, the husband continued to sue in 2021 this year, and for the second time, the court in Beijing delivered the judgment granting the divorce to the husband on February 21st. Okay, let's look at the major decisions in the judgment, the major rulings. First, as in every divorce case, generally the issues are the divorce itself. The second is the child custody. The third refer to uh, splitting of their community properties. In this case, the court uh, agree that the couple should be divorced, um, and because the kid, has always been taken care by the mom, so it's in the best interest of the child to order to give the custody of the child to the mom. When the custody of the child is given to one spouse, the other party will always pay child support, monthly support. In this case, the court consider the family situation conditions, order the husband to pay 2,000 RMB per month. It's not much. Consider Beijing is pretty high cost city, and also the visitation right was granted to the husband to access to his child. Third, the community property of the couple are were equally divided at 50 to 50. The controversial ruling is the fourth one. The court ordered the husband to pay a compensation of RMB 50,000, roughly USD 7,700, to the wife for her work in the last 5 years. You see, 50,000 RMB, not even close to 8,000. So people say, so it is really a kind of ridiculous amount to if to compensate the wife for a 5 years work. Many people say, even in Beijing or in Shanghai, if you hire a domestic helper, um, that's way much more than such such compensation. I mean, the salary of the domestic helper will get much more salary or wages than such compensation. So that's sparked the debate, the controversy um, on the internet. Um, different people have different idea anyway. So this is a controversial issue here, compensation to the housewives. So some people even challenge whether the housewife should be compensated at all. Of course, most people, I guess, probably mostly the people supporting such compensation on the internet probably are women who are also uh, may also be housewives. But still, some people say, I mean, you don't work, you don't you don't you don't earn money. That's okay, but it does not mean you don't spend money, right? So the husband has been work and to income earner, and how about the money the housewife has spent in the past? Well, it's a pretty strong argument indeed. Well, in this case, the judge said he has considered various factors in which uh, such a decision on the amount of the compensation. Um, I mean, this is it's not it's an issue. Uh, I don't think that it's easy to come up with general rules or general formula to calculate such compensation. Maybe different family have different the conditions. For example, the level of income of the husband. Is he just a blue collar worker or the golden collar financial staff? Also, the educational background of the wives and what kind of job she used to hold before marriage, and how long she has left her job after marriage. All these different factors will lead to a different amount of compensation that could be ordered by the court. It's my personal opinion. It's not possible to develop such a general formula or standard in calculating the compensation. Um, Also, this issue probably uh, will get clearer in the future when more and more cases are involving such this issue to be considered. Okay, let's look at the legal basis for uh, of for giving the compensation to the housewives. It's regarding um, the the law protecting women. I don't want to go too far to discuss the full picture about uh, women protection under Chinese law, but in this case is concerned, uh, I mainly single out two or three uh, articles from China's Civil Code. Please note that China's Civil Code is newly enacted from January 1st of 2021. Okay, well, when people complain, this compensation is is ridiculous low, but they should take into account the general rule of splitting of community property in China. Article 1062 of the China Civil Code, it provides the general rule of division of community property. Okay, so generally, um, the the uh, the community property of the couple will be equally divided in practice. Okay, um, this means even the wives are not working, does not bring in any income, but the asset, the family, the marital property developed, acquired during their marriage will be she's entitled to half of that accumulated properties assets. All right, the direct legal basis for the court decision to give compensation to housewives are Article 1088 of the China Civil Code. It, it says when one of the parties it does not really refer only to the wives. It could be the husband, but of course it's not very common in China for the husband to stay home, do the housework. But yeah, there is anyway. So in this article, it says if one party takes care of the children, looking after the elder people, even assist the other party in his work. So upon divorce, this party staying at home has the right to claim compensation, and the other party should compensate. So regarding uh, the compensation, the party can come to agreement. Failing such an agreement, so the court will intervene to decide on the amount of compensation. Well, you see, it does not. It just laid very general legal ground for the one party to claim such compensation without specifying, uh, any standard or any method of coming to the amount, leaving that to the discretion of the court. As you see from the judgment we see just now, the 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 court divided the community property equally. Okay, um, so it does not mention how much their community property is worth, but I think probably there will be a house involved. Um, so if you consider the community property division rule, so I think to some extent it can be said um, the women in the housewife are already protected there. Well, there's another article in China Civil Code, Article 1091. It says uh, in the divorce, if uh, one party committed bigamy uh, or cohabitation with others, or domestic violence, torturing or abandonment of family members. In this case, the non-default party can claim damages from the other party. This is also another um, very important protection offered by China law to women upon divorce. All right. Here we also mentioned the alimony. Uh, but is there alimony in China? Unfortunately, there's no. We don't have such a concept of one party providing monthly support to the other party after divorce. I know this is alimony is pretty commonplace in some of the Western countries. Uh, so here we don't have it. You may say it's not fair to the wives, but I believe probably in most jurisdiction where alimony is offered, it's probably when when they divide the marital properties. Probably there's no equal division protection there, right? So it comes to uh, what can we what can people do about it? Well, the only thing um, a lawyer probably can advise client to prepare is to sign prenuptial agreement or nuptial agreement. But in China, you can sign such agreement after marriage. You don't have to sign it before marriage. Okay, so basically, um, I think the, the party can stipulate, uh, the standard. You cannot leave this to the court to decide because the court does may consider various factors. But if the party stipulate the standard for compensation for the wives, I think it will be will likely be respected by the court unless um, the such agreement is reached with uh, unfair influence or coercion or fraud. Okay, it's not easy to come to any specific standard for calculating the compensation. I think uh, the wives can also request the other party, I mean husband, to agree on um, a skewed splitting of their communal property upon divorce, saying the wife taking 60% or even 70%. In that case, I think it's also will be uh, considered valid and respected by the court. Um, yeah, this is the basically a report on a recent interesting case um, delivered by a local court in Beijing. I think for some people, uh, this may be useful information. Okay, so much for this case. If you wish to contact us for more information, you can uh, log on our website, or if you have a WeChat, if you use WeChat, you can also scan the QR code here to follow us on our WeChat account. Okay, thank you for watching. See you in next video.